Hello everyone, welcome to Jent Watches, and today we are going to be doing something very special for this channel because this is going to be the first movie reaction that I'm going to be doing. My plan for this channel originally was to do anime for a decent amount of time before I started throwing in some other things, just so that, people knew what to expect when coming to the channel, but always the plan was to throw in other stuff. And I think I decided today that I should probably do this reaction because this seems like a movie that I'm hearing talk about constantly, like non-stop. I've been avoiding spoilers or any talk about it really as much as I can. Just been skimming. As soon as I see the name of the movie, I just scroll. So I thought, you know what? If this channel is eventually gonna have stuff other than just anime, then I should start putting that stuff on there now so people know that that's what the channel is gonna be. It's gonna have probably majority anime, but I wanna in the future do more TV and movies and stuff. A bit of context for me going into this movie. I am not a huge movie guy. I am more of a TV show guy. My favorite media are generally TV shows. Not that I don't like movies, not that I won't watch a good movie, but just generally I like being with characters over long periods of time. I'm super into characters and character development, and movies have some brilliant character development, and they have to because it's in a shorter amount of time. But the fact that it's in a shorter amount of time means it's harder for me to see a slow progression of character development. So yeah, just putting that out there that movies aren't my preferred choice of medium. However, I'm not souring my experience going into this. I've watched a lot of movies as well, but I'm just more of a TV show guy. This movie, what do I know about it? I know the title of it. It's called Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's a pretty memorable title, impressive. I know that it has something, well, I'm pretty sure I know that it has something to do with the multiverse. Honestly, I kind of wish I didn't even know that. I know that just because people were talking about multiverse type movies because of Doctor Strange, and then, I mean, you can even date that back to like Rick and Morty, and I'm sure there's a billion other things that people are thinking off the top of their heads that they're annoyed that I'm not saying, and I'm even annoyed that I'm not saying. But multiverse stuff is super popular in media, especially now, and this, like, from what I've heard, is so good a movie that it might be like, I don't know. I don't want to set myself up too much because other than that, I know nothing about the movie. I know nothing. I don't know the plot. I don't know if I would know any actors in it. I doubt it. I doubt I know any actors in it. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of all of it. I don't know what it will look like other than that it's a live action film. So yeah, I am excited to get into this one. Please bear with me. Again, it's the first movie reaction on my channel, so the pacing of it, the editing of it, I mean, this is all stuff that I'm figuring out as I go along. So please forgive me if it's a little bit sloppy in this video while I'm trying to figure out how exactly to do this, because reacting to a 2-hour thing is a different beast to reacting to a 20-minute thing. I'm probably gonna have to talk a bit less during this reaction because I will lose my voice by the end of it. So let's find out. Regardless, I hope you enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, please subscribe to the channel. I know even if you like just movie reactions, it's worth subscribing to stick around to see if there's anything that pops up that you do like. Leave suggestions in the comments below of things that you might want to see me watch, things that you might want to see me do on this channel, and join in the discussion below. I will be doing discussion after the movie of what happened in the movie and what I liked about it, what I didn't like. I probably won't. I'm a pretty positive person, so I don't like talking about what I didn't like very often. But mostly what I liked about the movie will be in the discussion afterwards. So stick around for that if you want to. And please like the video. It really, really helps me out to have more exposure being put on these videos so that I can do them more and put more effort into them and put more resources into making them better. So please help me out with that. Long intro, but I thought it was appropriate because it's a long movie. So here we go with Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. I'm very nervous about this. I don't know why. For some reason, a movie reaction makes me quite nervous. Whoa, that shift. Whoa, that's an awesome shot.
Joy's here. Go set the table. He must be hungry.
Set the table? That table? The one that's covered in stuff? I hope not. Oh, hello.
Hi, Evelyn. Mrs. Wong. Hey, Mom.
Cook enough food for 3 people. Now I have to cook more.
The passive aggression.
He doesn't have to stay.
Who's he?
Becky.
Becky's a she.
You know me. I always mix up he and she. In Chinese, just one word. Ta. So easy. And the way you two are dressed, I'm sure I'm not the only one calling him he.
You can just say sorry.
Anyways. Customers, eat fast.
My gosh. This feels stressful. Like,
Mom.
fast-paced.
Mom, just wait.
Wait. No time to wait
Just
today.
please.
It's like Birdman.
Any other time,
Okay.
I like Becky. She's very nice.
I like how she emphasized the she.
Ticket, I find for you.
No, I have the ticket. She's just asking for it because that's like the way that it works.
不是说好了吗？把全部这个 Google Eyes 拔下来。
I was wondering what those googly eyes were. I like how she calls them Google eyes.
Every day I fight for all of us.
What?
Every day.
What's going on?
他是我的
好朋友。
Okay. Alright.
Mom.
Come on, you were accepting before. You're accepting until you're put on the spot.
哎，我早餐喺邊度啊？
It was nice to meet you.
You have to try and eat healthier. You are getting fat.
I'm gonna pause it after that "you're getting fat" thing because I think I have. I don't know where I heard or read this. I can't remember if someone told me this or like this isn't. I don't think this is a scientific thing, so don't take this as fact. But I've definitely heard there's a lot of situations where parents sometimes they want to connect with their children, they want to talk to their children, but they don't know how to do it. Like they don't know how to make that first step. And so to express that desire of talking to their children, they go up to their child and they want to have a conversation, and all they know what to do is to go, okay, what do I say? I gotta be a parent. I gotta be a parent right now. So I'm gonna be a parent, and and then they just default to saying something like that, something that's like really sad. But I think, and that I'm not saying that this is something you should do, or I'm not saying like, oh, but she's just being a kind parent in her own way. That's still a horrible thing to do, but I think the intention behind it is like, I want to talk to you and I want to connect to you, but now that I'm face to face with you, my reaction is just to go back to parenting mode and be harsh to you, which is like a really sad thing when really you can just say like I love you. Like that's all you really have to say, or I hope everything goes well for you. But sometimes for people like that, it's not automatic. So I just thought that was interesting. Anyway, sorry, let's keep going. Oh. That's good acting of holding back crying. That's really good. So yeah, so that was setting the table. There's no space there. That was shocking. So are they going to be 3 parts, 3 acts, everything, everywhere, and all at once? Oh.
Hold this.
What is...
Why are you doing this? Pay attention.
Oh,
Aiyo.
alternate life path?
Apps on my phone.
Whoa! Oh my gosh. I wonder if she's experiencing this in closer to real time than we're seeing it. I don't think she was holding it in front of the camera at the end there. She like listed it to the side.
哇，这个电梯好快哦。
Broom closet? I don't know why, just because it'll be safe in there if something happens. She's not doing it.
A teacher, and a singing coach.
She's doing everything.
A what?
Everywhere, all at
I'm
once.
sorry. What?
I didn't think Evelyn would be this much of a protagonist. I mean, we're not far into the movie, but I thought we'd be focusing on Joy. Imagine you're in the janitor's closet? Is that what it said? What? And then she is gonna be? Whoa! 2 different realities?
What's happening?
Whoa, she has to control.
You and I are in this universe yet, so hopefully I'll have some time to explain.
Okay. Hang on. I gotta pause it so that I can gather the thought. So he didn't say go out of the elevator and go to the closet. He said you go out the elevator, you could go to your meeting, or you could go to the closet. What that did, I'm assuming, is create 2 different distinct realities, or like open up the possibility, or open up the whatever. I don't need to get the vernacular correct, but the point is there's 2 different versions of herself. One who at that point was like, you know what, I should go to the closet, but the other one is one that went onto the left path. And I wonder if the swapping the shoes on your feet thing was like to sync up the 2 people. They needed to do something that only those 2 really had done. If there are like, you know, a infinite realities or whatever, or a bunch of different realities, then you need a way for those 2 to be able to connect to each other. And the way that they would connect is like, well, I'm just gonna look for the one that has shoes on the wrong feet, because I'm not gonna wear my shoes on the wrong feet. I feel like that's where it's going. Anyway, I'm super into this.
Do you see this?
What?
Unless you've seen a lot of bullshit. Now you make. only
Oh my
one
gosh.
form.
What is gross necklaces?
I know you have a lot on your mind, but nothing could possibly matter more than this conversation we're having right now.
Oh, it's so stressful.
Every single word.
But her taxes.
You're gonna resubmit?
I will be in contact soon.
I think my other husband's messing up the audit.
Look at all the receipts again.
No one.
Oh! Oh! It's the auditor. My gosh, I am stressed already. Because it's not just about, you know, like defending the multiverse is one thing, but
不是你想的那样的 Evelyn， 我真的为什么怪怪的？你在说什么
oh my gosh.
？Was in the elevator. 对呀 I was in the elevator.
Oh no, don't. You're not gonna go fight the auditor, are you?
Switch shoes to what?
Wait, did you not know about the divorce papers?
是谁给你的？
没有人给我。
你个
Oh, I thought you would have known about them.
Your brother gets a divorce. Now you think divorce is okay?
I don't think it's okay.
We made a sacred promise.
我只是希望你和我。I told you to stay low and out of sight.
This is an emotional scene, dude.
You're here.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What's he gonna do? I still have tears in my eyes from the divorce talk. Is this a thing to like sync him up if my theory was correct? Oh, to eat chapstick? That's how he's gonna sync up? I was just guessing that's what this is. Oh!
Okay, sir.
So what, is there a combat version of him on standby? Like what? What is it? Oh! How is this gonna help though? These are just like security guards. Regular dudes. Ooh. Oh! That was a cool camera movement. It was just like a quick shift. The guy was terrified. And I would be too. Oh! Oh! What? How does this help? Anything?
You can either come with me and live up to your ultimate potential, or lie here and live with the consequences.
I want to lie here.
Than a statistical inevitability.
It's gonna be Becky or something. No? That is cool as heck. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. So Joy might be an antagonist as opposed to protagonist.
Were you not paying attention before?
Of course. You're just very bad at explaining.
And every single one, you were murdered.
What? Why would anybody want
Wow.
to kill me?
She's an omniversal being with unimaginable power, an agent of pure chaos with no real motives or desires. Tobu Tabaki.
You're just making up sounds.
Why else would we risk everything to get you out of here?
Such an odd Evelyn to choose by the looks of it. Surely there's an Evelyn that's at least good at nunchucks or something,
Miss
right?
Deirdre really understand why.
Oh!
What is she doing?
First jumping. Run.
Oh, she can verse jump? Oh.
Okay, paper cuts. 4 of them, one between each finger.
Oh! Oh! Mmm!
Paper cuts only happen when you're on track. It's impossible.
Ability 1 in 8,000. It's the strongest jumping pad we have.
I don't want to watch this! Oh! No! Oh! I hate it! No! Ah! This is worse than watching someone cut their own fingers off. You need to press the green button. He did all that for nothing? Oh. Wow, that was quick. You need to find the earphone thing. Yep, okay.
You're gonna have to profess your love to Deirdre. It's your jumping pad.
That's much better than paper cuts.
一直都不好，
So now she's living
离婚了，
two different universes
感情反而变好了。
that made completely different decisions.
你根本不用说，你的眼神已经告诉我了。
Oh, that poor guy.
It's okay. I love you. I love you.
Oh, she can say I love you because she's in the two universes and one of them has... Oh my gosh. Is that where they're going with this? Because that's brilliant.
功夫不只是打，
I see.
也可以
This
是
is how she learned martial arts. Oh, yeah. Martial arts beats wrestling. Oh! Oh!
当年我应该听我妈说的话，不要跟你走。
Oh. That's such a sad thing to say.
We better keep moving. Now you've definitely got Jobu's attention. Come on.
Oh, that's that poor guy. Oh my gosh.
Time commanding the infinite knowledge and power of the multiverse.
Oh my gosh.
Lost any sense of morality, any belief in objective truth.
What does she want?
No one knows. All we know is she's looking for you.
Huh. This is such a crazy film.
Jump to another combat universe. Try peeing yourself. It's always a good jumping back.
Peeing yourself? Is that what he said? Man, that's hard to do.
Wake up.
What did you do to make the Jent
I struggle to pee sometimes when I'm at the bathroom. In the bathroom. Why is she dressed like Elvis?
Why do you look so stupid?
Oh! What? Whoa!
walk dirty.
Officer down. Hands on your head.
Like this.
Ah! What? Oh! Holy moly! This would have been a hard movie to film. Oh my gosh. I mean, she's just like all powerful. Wow, she looks cute in the golfer. Golfer outfit.
You're the reason my daughter doesn't call anymore.
Is she that reason, or is that
She
just...
thinks she's gay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so sorry.
What the heck?
Used to be in a universe where everyone has hot dogs instead of fingers.
Wait, and they also they like the taste of it as well.
You're
What the heck?
What is that?
I got bored one day, and I put everything on a bagel.
Oh, it's the everything bagel.
Everything.
Oh my gosh.
Hopes and dream. Feels nice, doesn't it?
When you're not localized anywhere, then nothing would matter.
matters.
Oh! Whoa! What the heck?
Your worst you.
I can't be the worst. What about the hot dog one?
You're capable of anything because you're so bad at everything.
Oh. It's a sad thing to hear.
Clue.
She's still wearing the golfer outfit.
What's going on?
I'm sure there's a very good explanation for all of that.
What the fuck are you doing?
And he makes bad food. Pui. And then
Ratatouille?
and sit on the- and then he cooks good food.
Do you mean Ratatouille?
Ratatouille? I like that movie.
No. Raccoonie. With the raccoon.
Making up sound. Raccoon joy and there's a raccoon and they're looking
controlling us?
That's
Other universe.
such a realistic daughter reaction.
Okay, sounds a little bit ridiculous, but it's true.
Rakakuni. No, surely not. Not with a box cutter. Are you kidding me? Who are you, Gus Fring? Oh, she's just... Is she just straight up jumping to wherever? Ah! You gotta find something else obscure to do.
We must kill her before she becomes another Jobu Topake.
Huh. Oh my gosh. It's such a good concept. The idea that they have to just do obscure, weird stuff. What's she gonna do with that? Oh, just into her nose. I thought she might put it somewhere else. I didn't know where this movie was gonna go. Oh, this is so cool. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about the fact that she'd be doing a performance at the same time. Like, that would be... Wow. Side spinner? I remember seeing that side spinner earlier. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, awesome. Oh!
Does my baby want to go for a walk?
She's here. No! What are you doing? Oh my gosh, this is like Hot Fuzz. That's what this reminds me of. Or the ridiculous side characters coming in for their own weird fight scene. Oh! Ah! Pens? The pens? Are they gonna use the pens? Oh!
You know, their jumping pad.
It broke them. Oh my gosh.
What's he doing?
Don't tell me. No. I can't believe this is a scene.
Oh my god, he's trying to stick it in his butt.
I can't believe this is a scene. Oh my gosh. No! Oh! 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 I can't believe they included that in the movie. It's still there! Oh my gosh. It's just hanging there. Oh. Oh. I can't look. Oh no. He found something else. I can't believe it. They're just sticking out. Oh. Oh. What? Did they have to stay in there for the entire time? No. Oh. Eat the fly? Up your nose? Oh. A version where the pinky itself is incredibly strong. Wow, that was like the Smash Bros. Nice. Sound like the Smash Bros home run sound.
Alpha Raymond? Alpha
Was I Raccoon Wayman again?
Is she? Is she actually dead?
Don't leave. Help her, please. Help! Help!
Okay. But I know it's not. So. But I know it's not. You can't trick me. You can't fool me. Yeah. Okay. Well done. What has Evelyn? The name Evelyn in it. Wow, jumping between these universes. It's actually a raccoon.
I'm begging you. No, please.
Oh no, not hot dog universe. Oh, is this the one where they're in love? Right. This is even more terrifying than being murdered by the raccoon chef. We're only in part 2, or is it just 2 parts? Because this is, I think we're significantly more than halfway through the movie.
Position.
Ooh.
I have no idea what you are talking about, but I can.
Whoa! That's awesome. What is this? Oh, this is where the everything bagel is.
I was just looking for someone who could see what I see.
Yeah. Someone to share the experience.
What I feel.
Oh no. She's become as apathetic as Jobu. Oh my gosh, look at all this.
What are you doing? No.
Oh no. Oh, this whole sequence is heartbreaking. Oh my gosh. Oh, what was... Whoa! Whoa! Look at this! Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh good, you're here too. Joy? Where are we? One of the universes where the conditions weren't right for life to form. Most of them are like this actually. That would make sense. It's nice. Yeah, you can just sit here and everything feels really far away. And who knows what great new discovery is coming next to make us feel like even smaller pieces of shit. Language? Seriously? I'm joking. That was a joke. Ha ha ha. A big fucking joke. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Oh my gosh. They're just having 2 rocks converse in subtitles.
Okay, you can let her go.
Oh.
You let her go.
Oh.
Yes. Thank you.
How? That's impossible.
It's just a statistical inevitability. It's nothing special.
A statistical inevitability.
I just talked to her.
This guy. The tears in his eyes.
Please. Can we just stop fighting? 你说过，这是一个很残酷的世界，我们都在里面绕圈子。 It feels like it's all my fault.
哦
看到事情好的一面，那不是因为我天真，而是必要，而需要。这也就是我的生存之道。I don't know. Did you see that? 我还是会选择和你一起报税，开心一点。
Oh man. Whoa! Oh my gosh! You have to stop her from getting to it.
I remembered when my husband served me papers. I drove his Kia Forte through my neighbor's kitchen.
Wow, no wonder they get together in one universe. Because they're so similar.
Play something for me.
Oh, you have to do it with your feet because your hands are hot dogs. Right. That makes sense. Debussy? Debussy with your feet? They played a tiny bit of Debussy earlier in the movie. I thought I was
You're not
hearing things.
What do you...
Well, now it's the Matrix. Whoa! Oh my gosh. Stop that. You aren't supposed to move here, you're just a rock. There are no rules. I'm gonna get you. Don't come near me. Oh wow. Oh!
You might feel a little sore, but everything is looking pretty good.
I fixed it! Oh no. But he likes that. This movie. Oh my god. Giving everyone what they want.
You took everything away from me.
Oh. This is actually a really sad storyline, even though it's so stupid.
So much.
Oh. Did that woman just want a cookie? That's all she needed? Oh.
你可能喺佢嘅身上睇到晒你自己最大嘅恐懼。我一直都唔希望佢會刺到我。But she turned out to be stubborn, aimless, a mess, just like a man. But now I see it's okay that she's a mess. Because just like me, 她找到一位善良、体贴、真正爱她一些的人。
Whoa! Oh, look at this sequence. It's so cool.
No matter what, I still want to be here with you. Always, always want to be here with you.
So what? Just gonna ignore everything else? You could be anything, anywhere. What did he say? hard.
Becky, you need to grow your hair.
No, she doesn't. Her hair looks great. Oh.
Did you hear me? Sorry. What did you say?
Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. Whoa, the Russo brothers produced this? I didn't know that. I didn't know really anything about this movie. But apparently the Russo brothers were producers on it. You know, that was simultaneously like the sort of thing I was expecting out of this movie and not what I was expecting out of that movie. I don't know how long this discussion is going to be. It could be an hour long, it could be 2 minutes long, because I think the movie did a better job at explaining everything that I want to say than I could ever do. But at the same time, it had a lot to say. So I could have a lot to say about it. So I'm just going to play it by ear and we'll see how long it is. Wow. Okay. So that, where do I start? I'm just gonna look at my notes. I've got notes here, and the notes are just one word every once in a while. And just start from the very top, which the very first thing I've written down is Evelyn, because Evelyn is the protagonist of this movie. I find that to be cool in and of itself. I mean, the protagonist of this movie, which is like, I don't even know the genre of this movie. It's part sci-fi, part comedy, part action. I guess I probably just said that is probably the genre of the movie. But to have basically like a partly action movie with the protagonist being an I want to say Asian American, but I'm not sure if she is Asian American or if she's just Asian. But regardless, an Asian woman, mother figure, to be the protagonist of this film, I think that is so cool. I think that's like a very unique choice, because it adds a perspective that we don't get to see a lot in these sorts of movies. And when we do get to see them, it's not in movies like often that are as high concept as this. You know what I mean? And I think I really thought when the movie was starting that the movie would be about Joy. And it is in a way, because the thing is, Joy, like, if the movie played out without the multiverse stuff, if the movie played out in a traditional, which it could have, like, even though the multiverse stuff is all the important bits of this movie, the story isn't a multiverse story per se. The story is a drama about a mother accepting her daughter and the mother and daughter learning to, it's not even just about accepting her daughter. I think she accepts her daughter, learning like what her daughter needs. And see, this is a problem. This is why I said it could be 1 minute long. I'm not as good at expressing this as the film is. But anyway, I just think it's amazing that that Evelyn was the protagonist of this film, and she did an amazing job. The actress, I don't know the actress's name, but she did an amazing job. Everyone did in this movie. But I just think that's so cool. And the progression that we got from her character from start to finish, starting as like, as a very, I don't know how to describe it, but a mother who cares, but is like not making that much of an effort in general, just with most of the stuff. But we learn that she is from a multiverse where she is basically like the failure version of her, where every time that success branches off, she continues on the same line. And so what that did is sort of made her, I guess, give up. We've seen the version of her which is sort of given up, and I like that it wasn't like the most depressing life you could ever hope for. I mean, it was, she still had her daughter in her life, maybe not for much longer by the way that the end went, but she still had her daughter in her life. At least the divorce was like going somewhat smoothly. I mean, it was heartbreaking, but it wasn't a violent divorce, you know. She still had a business, even though the business was failing because of the auditing and the IRS stuff. Like, it wasn't the sort of life that you would look at and go, this is the pits, you know. It was a sort of life that you look at and you'd go, that's really sad that nothing's going her way. And so the fact that that's the perspective we've gone with makes it a really interesting perspective, and the character is someone who's gone through hardships and has sort of given up. And that you can contrast that with I need to look at the name, Jobu Tupaki. Jobu Tupaki. If I'm getting that name wrong, I'm sorry. But to be fair, Evelyn also got it wrong many times in the movie. I remember she called her something to Chewbacca at some point. So, but yeah, Jobu Tupaki it also had sort of given up, but for a completely different reason. But was also at the point where she had just completely given in to the fact that nothing matters. And that's what I wanted to talk about. There, at the point in the movie where Jobu Tupaki does her monologue about how nothing matters. It's about less than halfway through the movie, I think. I was gonna pause it and I was gonna go talk about the whole idea of nothing matters, blah blah blah. And I decided not to pause it and talk about it then, because I thought, like, I know where the movie's... Well, like, I don't know where the movie's going, but I think I know the idea that the movie is bringing across. And if I just pause it and say what the movie's about to say anyway, it won't be worth it. And then I just kept watching, and it did end up saying what I was trying to say, which is that with nothing, the whole idea of nothing matters. Of course she would think that when in this multiverse, because she's seeing everything, and she's seeing that, like, you know, if something goes awry, there's a million other multiverses that things didn't go awry. That if she punches someone in the face in a multiverse, it doesn't matter, because, like, whatever happens with that life, it ultimately doesn't matter. The happiness you can get out of that life is so minuscule, because you can just jump from place to place getting happiness wherever you want, or jump from place to place feeling the despair of every different environment. And so of course you'd think that nothing matters, but and this isn't just a thing that Jobu Tupaki had. The Alphaverse seemed to almost share this viewpoint of, like, nothing matters, except for their viewpoint it was nothing matters except everything. So nothing matters as long as there's something, I think, is the idea that they were getting across, because they were just like, we need to save the multiverse at all costs. If that means killing some joys along the way, oh well, it saves everything, right? And then Evelyn had the view that was like in between, which was just, what matters is what you believe to matter. The localized, like, the part that you are focusing on, the part that you're in, that's what matters. And it's a almost obvious moral. I mean, morals of the story I don't think they need to be necessarily profound in films. I don't even think a film necessarily has to have a moral of the story, but for a moral of the story, it's a relatively simple one, and one that I've seen done, but it was really beautifully executed. Because yeah, it's like, what matters to her is her daughter, and so, like, yeah, and so it doesn't matter what else is happening anywhere else in the multiverse. It doesn't matter that there's probably a billion Evelyns that have a good relationship with their daughter, and there's probably a billion who don't. But what matters is that I love my daughter, and I want to spend the time that I have with my daughter, because that's special to me. And yeah, and I think the point where I figured that the Alphaverse didn't really care about anything but the big picture was when they were in the broom closet and talking, and they were having the tax conversation, and then it was like flashing back, and he was going like, there is no conversation that is more important than what is happening right now. Yes, you're right, it's the state of the universe, it's the state of the multiverse, but it's also, this is her business, her livelihood, and her family's livelihood, and her family's respect for her. All of this is at risk in this tax meeting. Like, even though it seems so ridiculous from the outside that it's just like, which one's more important, the state of the multiverse or her tax auditing meeting going right? But the tax auditing meeting is as important as the state of the multiverse to Evelyn, and that's the point. That's the purpose behind it. It is important, and the things that are important to you don't have to throw them away. That's why if someone's going through a hard time and someone else is going through a hard time, you don't have to measure those together. You don't have to go like, oh, well, I'm really sad that, you know, I lost my job, but my friend, you know, he never had a job and his family's falling apart, so I can't really feel bad. You can feel bad. And you can feel bad for your friend as well. Of course, you can support your friend, do whatever you can for your friend. You can also feel bad for yourself. You can also grieve your own losses, even if they're not as massive as someone else's losses, you know? Everyone's pain is legitimate, and everyone's success is legitimate as well. You can feel happy about your success even though other people aren't as happy as you. I think all of that is part of life, part of living, and part of what you need to do to stay healthy within yourself. Because taking care of yourself is as important as taking care of other people. Maybe more so, but I don't really want to say more so. That seems like that encourages people to be selfish more than selfless. I think you can strike a nice balance between those two. I'm going to look at my notes again because I'm getting off on a tangent and I don't want to get off on too much of a tangent. I like that this movie doesn't, at least to me, I don't think it tries to be confusing. Like, I think they do a very good job at making me understand what's going on at all times, even though it's cutting between 20 different scenarios, all quickly and all like interposed with one another. The overall story is so incredibly clear to me while watching it, unless I've misunderstood the story and I get comments like, what? But you weren't understanding the story. It was actually about the dude, you know, like if I misunderstood something, I'm sorry. But the story seemed so clear to me, despite the fact that it was hopping back and forth between so many different things. And yeah, it didn't feel like the movie was trying to be smart at all. Even though it was smart, it didn't feel like it was trying to be smart. And I'm not even throwing shade on movies that are trying to be smart. I'm not saying like, oh, well, it's not like Inception or Interstellar, you know, Chris Nolan trying to be smart. I also like Inception and Interstellar. I think there's a time and a place for trying to be smart and just rolling with the fun that you're having. And I think this movie rolls with the idea of the multiverse and plays with it in silly ways. But it's not trying to be like, oh my gosh, what's happening now? What's happening now? Oh, I can't follow this. I'm going to need to watch a 25-minute YouTube video after this to understand what's happening. Like, it doesn't try to do that. What it's doing is it's telling a story that feels personal and that we would understand, at least from a point of connection. You know, you don't have to necessarily understand what it's like between a mother and a daughter or what it's like within Asian families, but at least you can understand the idea of connection between people, the idea of love, the idea of love drifting away, the idea of love drifting away with one person and not with the other, or the idea of someone feeling like they're being left behind. Like, all of these things are so human. And so since it's wrapped up in such a human story, the ridiculousness of it actually just serves it, and they don't go too far outside of it. They keep that same strand going. But I will tell you, my discussion on it is confusing, because sometimes these sentences, I don't know if I'm getting to the point I'm trying to make. But I always love movies that wrap up these simple, serious stories within something so silly. I just put so many S's in that sentence. That was amazing. Like The World's End, for example. I mean, most Edgar Wright movies, if you look at an Edgar Wright movie, I love Edgar Wright. I absolutely adore Edgar Wright, and that's what he does so well, is he takes a serious situation and something which is very personal, a personal story, but then he just puts this ridiculous wrapping paper around it, and as you're unwrapping it, you're like, oh, this is so fun, this is so fun. Oh my god, what is underneath? Like, that's what you're doing. So like The World's End is one of my favorite examples of that, because it's a story about alcoholism and not being able to let go of the past, and like drifting away from the people around you, but like just trying so desperately to claw back to it in any way you know how. Like, it's this really amazing story that is wrapped up in this weird like alien invasion film about a bunch of drunk guys fighting an alien invasion. Just, it's so cool. I really like that stuff. And I think the movies that do really well are the ones that take all sides of the movie very seriously. You take the story side very seriously, and the sci-fi side and the comedy side, and when you squeeze it all together, you get this movie which is just incredible on all fronts, because there's never a point where you feel like, they're doing this lazily, you know? They are really putting their all into every section of it, and I think that's amazing. What's his name? Waymond. I actually, like, I recorded it, and then I quickly, while the credits were going, looked up the spelling of Waymond, and it is I thought it might have been Raymond. The entire thing, I thought his name was Raymond, but I looked it up, and on IMDb I think it says Waymond. So Waymond was an amazing character. I loved him. I loved everything about him, and his character probably made me cry the most in the film. He was just so sweet. I'm hiccuping. He was so sweet, and was always trying to make the best out of every situation. And I think it was just so nice to see, like, in so many of the universes, he would step in front and just be like, can we just take a step back and try to resolve this in the best way that we can? And so it's so sad that, like, that his resolution to them not working out was, he was like, we have to get a divorce, and because he's just trying so hard for their relationship to work out, I imagine, and it doesn't, and I'm sure it hurt him so much to file those divorce papers. That's a really sad thing. All of that's really sad. But yeah, I think if I keep rambling on, I'm gonna reach nowhere fast. The point is, this was an amazing movie. I really enjoyed it, and I just am really impressed. I'm going to be thinking about this movie for a while, and I'm going to be telling people, well, I'm going to be discussing with people this movie. I was going to say telling people about this movie, but I'm sure almost everyone's heard of this movie at this point in some way or another. But wow, yeah, what an awesome movie. I really enjoyed that. So if you stuck around to this point in the video, I don't know when this video is coming out or how it's going to come out, but if you stuck around to this point in the video, thank you very much for joining me for this video. It's the longest recording session I've done so far, so whew, I'm feeling it now. I'm feeling a bit tired, but thank you for joining me. Make sure to like the video. It will really help me out. I'm gonna put, some man hours into this video, so please make sure to comment down below on your thoughts on the movie, on my reaction to it, on other things that I could do in the future, other things you may want to see. Just comment down below and subscribe to the channel so that you get updates on when I'm posting stuff. It also really helps grow the channel. If you liked the video, I would really appreciate your support in any way that you can give it, whether that be liking, commenting, or subscribing would be amazing. So thank you for joining me regardless, and I will hopefully see you in another video. Please come back. Thank you very much. Goodbye.